welcome to the Couva Point Lisa's Chamber of Commerce for the 2017 Awards and Prize Distribution Function of the Secondary Schools Football League. If there were any doubts that football is alive and well, just look around at the crowd around you and you can see that we are certainly on the right track. This has been one of the most testing seasons and most exhilarating seasons on the field and off the field, and certainly it was one that will be remembered for a long time. If you look upon the Secondary Schools Football League as a living organism, certainly it's one where there were some growing pains this year. But due to the expert handling of the executive, they made it through and are ready for another season coming up in 2018. At this time, I'd like to invite the man who sits at the helm of Secondary Schools Football League, and there are no broader shoulders than his to deal with the slings and arrows of the outrageous fortune of football in Trinidad and Tobago. Please welcome Mr. William Wallace.
Minister of Education, the Honorable Anthony Garcia. Minister's Advisor, Ms. Cheryl Wilkinson, and of course, Ms. Wilkinson is also a friend of football, secondary schools football. School Supervisor 3, Ms. Arisha Mohammed Ali. Representative from Coca-Cola, Ms. Lisa Marie Pitts. Representative from Shell, Mr. Rondell Frank. Representative from FCB, Chanel Holloway. Representative from Digicel, Ms. Justine Lowe. National Coach, Mr. Dennis Lawrence, principals, teachers, coaches, specially invited guests, members of the media, a pleasant good morning. Let me begin by welcoming you all here this morning as we bring closure to our 2017 season. A season that has been described by many as very entertaining and quite successful. We have been told that the quality of play on the field was the best that fans have witnessed in many years. And when a statement like this is endorsed by the technical director of football in Trinidad and Tobago, it indicates to the SSFL that we are on the correct path. This was a season where the league winner was decided on the final day. Congratulations to Presentation College San Fernando. Let's hear it for them. This was a season where a goal scored by Johannes Richardson of Sheba Boys College was featured on ESPN. And they were asking whether that was the goal of the week. Let's hear it for Eddie Richardson. This was a season where the intensity of the intercall brought back memories to those who follow secondary schools football. Congratulations to Sheba Boys, who, notwithstanding their off-the-field issues, showed character to emerge intercol champions. Let's hear it for Sheba Boys. This was a season when the intercol champion was crowned Champion League style, complete with a roll on stage, confetti, and fireworks. Thank you very much to Coca-Cola. This was a season where new doors have been opened for our students to pursue tertiary education through scholarships at UWI Cave Hill, Barbados. Cave Hill has shown an interest in as many of 13 of our players. We are processing that information now to send to Cave Hill. What are some of the factors that contributed to this improved product? One may ask. If I may dare say that we are seeing the benefits of the introduction of the Premier Division, where competitiveness emphasis at this level is forcing schools to put more into their preparation. I may also add that we believe that coaching education is extremely crucial in developing a quality product. We believe that a player's trajectory or path is dependent on the quality of the coach. Based on that belief, during the off-season, the league conducted coaching courses at 3 levels, as follows: a C prep course, a C license, and a B license. It must be noted that we created history since it was the first time that a B license course was conducted in Trinidad and Tobago. Our sincere thanks to Coca-Cola who made this possible. Another first for the league this season was the mandatory training of what we describe as first responders. In many cases, team physios are trained to deal with physical issues and therefore may not be able to respond to situations where the response and decision making may make the difference between life and death. We have completed training in 2 zones, and before the start of the next season, over 100 persons will be trained to deal with such emergencies. As president, I am proud of the many efforts that we have been making to strengthen the administration of the league. We are pleased to announce that we have launched the league's website and that we have started for the first time online registration. In addition to that, a database on all our players has also been developed so that information would be readily available. Allow me to quote from a letter sent to the Minister of Sports 3 days after assuming the office of President in March, and I quote, "The Secondary Schools Football League has recently celebrated 50 years. We as an organization are pleased with our contribution to the all-round development of our young people, as well as our contribution to the development of football in Trinidad and Tobago over this period. The undisputable fact is that for many of our young people, sports is a career path, and as a league, we play a major role in shaping these student athletes. The credibility of the SSFL has endeared it to sponsors, and we are proud of having 4 major sponsors on board. We treat with over 4,000 students, athletes, 112 schools, along with principal coaches on an annual basis. As we continue to expand, and as our responsibility to national development becomes even greater, we have arrived at a place where we can no longer operate out of the trunk of a vehicle. The need for proper storage, records management, and full-time administrative and clerical support has become a necessity. To this end, the SSFL is formally requesting an office space, preferably at the Atobodon Stadium, unquote. Let me proudly inform you that our spanking new office is up and running at the Atobodon Stadium, Level 2, Balmain, Couva. Our sincere thanks to the Ministry of Sports, the Sports Company of Trinidad and Tobago, and the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association. On a regular basis, individuals and organizations are reaching out to us with proposals and with offers to develop partnerships. Undoubtedly, this is an indicator of the value of the product we have. One such partnership between the SSFL and former legend Steve David. I know the younger persons in the room may not know who Steve David is, but that is one of our icons, one of our great footballers. Steve David, who is host of the Axe TV Field of Dreams, resulted in the inaugural All-Star Game, or North-South Classic, played at the end of the season. Present at this game was scouts from one North American university. A number of former national players also graced us with their presence and endorsed the event and expressed hope that it will be an annual fixture. Just to inform you, this event will be part of our 2018 fixture. We cannot underestimate the potential of this event. It will be remiss of me if mention is not made of two, and I repeat, two issues that generated major discussions among our stakeholders and the general public. The first issue is the unfortunate situation with one school which did not follow the proper registration process. And of course, that had a ripple effect which magnified the issue. And secondly, the bigger issue of alleged fraud at another school. In both cases, the existing arms of the league charged with the responsibility to deal with such matters got the job done. There are some things that you may not be able to prevent, but the credibility of any organization is hinged on its response to such occurrences. Without fear of contradiction, the SSFL emerged from the 2017 season with its credibility intact. Unfortunately, and sad as these incidents were, what concerned me even more were some of the comments made by supposedly responsible adults in this country. Comments that indicated that these things were happening for many years and using that as the justification that these issues should have been left alone. As educators, we need to be the positive change agents that we are meant to be and set the correct examples at all times, in the classroom as well as on the field of play, with the knowledge that the field is but an extension of the classroom. As we go forward, I ask all stakeholders, I urge them in fact, to make every effort to maintain the integrity of the league, a league that many persons, both past and present, have worked tirelessly to build over the last 50 years. Let me take this opportunity to sincerely thank all such persons. I want to also thank the Minister of Education for positively responding to our request to meet with him before the start of the season. He and his team met with the Secretary and myself in a meeting that lasted well over 3 hours. A meeting which can only be described as cordial, open, with frank discussions, and a mutual acknowledgement of the important role that the league is playing in the development of our nation's youth. More importantly, however, was the genuine effort made in finding solutions to some of the problems that our member schools are experiencing. We truly so appreciate, firstly, that you met with us, and secondly, the quality of the dialogue. Let me take this opportunity, sir, to ask of you, it is time that we develop a national sports policy for our student athletes. It can be a collaboration between the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Sports, but we are at that place, sir. We cannot overemphasize the role that sponsors play in the success of organizations such as the SSFL. Let me extend our sincere gratitude to our title sponsors, both Shell and First Citizen, our Intercol sponsor Coca-Cola, and Digicel, Playgo, and Sportsmax, our broadcast sponsors. You all are positively impacting the lives of thousands of youths in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you. A special thank you to members of the executive and to all our standing committees for their tremendous contribution during this season. To our principals, teachers, coaches, the media, and all those who contributed in any way to the 2017 season, I say thank you. Let me take this opportunity to invite all to a public forum that will be hosted by the SSFL on February the 17th, that's the weekend after Carnival, at the National Cycle Center, Balmain, Couva, starting at 9:30 a.m. The forum is titled, Let's Discuss Secondary Schools Football. It is an opportunity to anyone who wants to make a contribution to the future of the SSFL to attend. Looking forward to seeing you there. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.